And in this wild, wide open place, if you wanted something bad enough,
Gotta get my
yours for the taking. You see, in a world where there are no rules, insanity rules.
What is up, gaming world? We're back. This time, our subject is Bethesda. So we're here to do a live reaction video to the Bethesda E3 press conference. And we got a visitor this time. JD from the Play and Listen Gaming Podcast decided to grace us with his presence. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, guys? Ready for some hopefully not disappointing Bethesda stuff. That's what I'm ready for.
Maybe some Doom 2 action tonight?
Doom 2, Elder Scrolls, Soul Reaver reboot, even though it has nothing to do with Bethesda. Let's see it. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, so we are about 4 minutes away from the start of the conference here. So Brent, what are we going to see tonight, man? Obviously, we're going to see Fallout 76 for sure is going to be here. We think that maybe there'll be some surprises with Doom 2. Do we see another Elder Scrolls tonight? Like what's on the plate?
Dude, well, I mean, they've talked about, they've already revealed Fallout 76. They've already revealed Rage 2. You know, and this is a press conference, so there's got to be some surprises. Now, whether or not we're going to see Elder Scrolls 6 or maybe even just a teaser, I don't know. I hope so. I think that'd be awesome. But like I said, they've talked about 2 big titles already. They got to have something up their sleeves, right?
Franklin, there's been rumors for a while about this Starfield game, about this open world, like Bethesda style space game. Are we gonna see that tonight?
Possibly. I'm honestly just really hoping that they show some Prey, the Prey DLC expansion that they've been teasing.
Yes.
So, as far as Starfield goes, that would be cool to finally see. But
yeah,
if anything, I think that would be what they close out with.
Yeah, I mean we've seen basically what most of their major studios have been working on, right? I feel like last year we got a lot of stuff with Evil Within and with Wolfenstein, and obviously, you know, we see Rage here now, and we think that id's at work on Doom 2. But like, who's left to show us stuff other than like those other teams in Bethesda Game Studios?
Battlecry Studios.
Battlecry Studios. Yeah. So what are you excited to see tonight, JD? What do you think, man? What do you think they got up their sleeve?
I don't know. I feel like Bethesda's pretty good at like keeping some stuff under wraps, right? Like we didn't know Fallout 4 was coming, right? And then they just announced it, right? Isn't that how that kind of went?
I mean, pretty much.
I don't know if I expect
Unless
that,
you
but...
count Rage 2, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, Prey, anything Prey, that DLC supposedly taking place on the moon, some more explanation on this new Fallout thing, and then anything single-player Elder Scrolls, anything, even if it's just like the location would be great.
Yeah. So Brent, we are about 2 minutes away from the start of the show here. So one of the big things that we're hoping to see more of tonight is Fallout 76. So do you anticipate we're gonna get like a big blowout reveal of this thing, and we're actually going to know what Fallout 76 is all about by the end of this night?
Yeah, I think this is where we need to find out. We've seen a couple of teaser trailers at the Xbox show. We saw it there, and they talked about how it was a prequel. But yeah, we definitely need to know what this game is. Is it a single-player experience? Is there online components like they've talked that have been discussed recently through rumors? We're going to find out tonight what this game is.
Yeah, definitely. Frankie, do you think we see some more from Rage 2 tonight? That trailer they were just showing, was that a new one?
That was the gameplay reveal trailer that they
that was the same
showed.
one? Okay.
Right. Yeah, but I'd imagine so. I think they're going to want to showcase your different abilities, because you see a couple of them in there. So I think we'll get an explanation because look like you're boosting around. You got the wing sticks, and kind of maybe take a deeper look at what Avalanche is doing with the big open world. So hopefully.
Nice. Well, fellas, we are counting down now. 24 seconds until Bethesda starts their E3 presser. So throughout the conference here, you guys can tune in with us, and we'll kind of live react as we see things there. And then make sure you stick with us after the show, because we will be back to with all of our official reactions to everything that was shown tonight. So without further ado, guys, let's get on with the show. Woo!
Wow, man, those graphics.
Lifelike.
We come from different backgrounds, from different countries. We have different interests.
Ouch.
And different points of view. We aren't all developers, but it takes all of us, every one of us, to make these games. A job we take very
What's up, Cooper?
seriously.
I want that job fully. That's amazing.
And fix things that are broken. We keep the teams happy.
I think you'd be a great helmet tester, JD.
Oh,
Yeah, you got it in you, man.
Our fans
thanks, buddy.
and on the edge of their seats.
Look at that Switch making an appearance.
Oh yeah.
Discover new talent.
I think I'm like a millisecond behind you guys. That's not too bad.
With our community. Most of all, we work together as old friends and new. What unites us is our passion for games. Games as diverse as the people who make them and play them. We're not just living the dream, we're creating it. We are all Bethesda Softworks. How may I direct your call? You can start the show.
Nice.
Jacob, I spelled a lot of things. Thanks, buddy. I misspelled a lot of things. That's why I need boys to edit all my stuff.
Shocking.
Should be fixed now, Jacob. Thanks for that. Thanks for letting me know, buddy. Appreciate it.
Dude, if you misspelled E3, I'm going to be really upset.
Oh, no. No, I misspelled a huge word, conference. It's a tough one, man.
You put C-O-N-F-R-A-N-C-E.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And now, please welcome Bethesda's Global Senior Vice President, Pete Hines.
Oh, he's got a Stanley Cup champions.
Thank you.
Capitals, get out of here.
I hope they have Mick Gordon on
Thank
that
you guys
stage.
very much.
Yeah.
You sound good. I love you too.
Jacob,
Look
how's the
good?
audio sound, buddy?
You guys
Everything
ready
good?
to go? As Paula said, my name is Pete Hines, and I'm delighted to be back on stage for Bethesda's 4th annual E3 showcase. Now, we've got all kinds of surprises in store for you tonight, so whether you're here with us
kinds of surprises,
in the
eh?
audience or you're one of the millions who are watching around the world,
I like surprises.
settle in, get ready for the very best in gaming. Our theme this year is Create, and it's a theme embraced by our 10 studios spread around the globe, the incredibly talented folks
JD,
who
yeah,
make
you're
the
getting a lot of
Bethesda games
feedback.
that you'll soon be playing. But as you saw in our intro video,
Muted.
it's not just developers. Everyone at Bethesda is a part of the team that brings our games to life.
Still there?
extends to all of you.
I can't hear it now.
Because we create the worlds, but you create your own adventures, stories, and experiences, and it's your passion for games that drives us every day to strive for excellence. The past year has been an exciting one for Bethesda as we released some of the best games of 2017. Games like Prey, Dishonored: Death of the Outsider, The Evil Within 2, Wolfenstein 2. We even released exciting updates for The Elder Scrolls Online. We brought full open world VR with Fallout 4 and Skyrim, plus Doom VFR. And we even released our first 2 games for the Nintendo Switch. So we were thrilled when Metacritic named us the top publisher in the industry with the highest overall review scores across all of our games. But tonight is about the future. We're here to show you where we're headed and the games that we're creating that you'll soon be playing, the worlds that you'll be inhabiting in the next year and beyond. So, we're starting with a game that we announced a few weeks ago.
Optic Ghost, what's up, buddy?
Friends at Walmart Canada.
Optic. little rage action.
Perhaps best known for their low prices and ability to keep a secret. So let's get things started with a look at Rage 2.
That was so awesome.
There we go, Frankie. You got the deep shot.
Is that the what's the space?
All right!
Andrew WK. Oh my god.
Oh, is that?
JD's hyped.
Andrew WK.
I don't know, man.
Is he gonna break a guitar over his face?
Probably.
I hope so.
What about you? You ready to race? Are you ready?
What is this guy still doing around?
Does this guy have like one hit song?
Yeah, this is it.
Party hard, right?
Yeah, that was like literally the only song, and it was, what was that, 20 years
Dude, that's
ago?
a badass song, bro. I used to get drunk to that song, like crazy drunk. Everyone's like, everyone's asking the same question. Is he still alive?
Yeah, let's pan to the crowd. Let's get their reaction.
Oh my god. I swear if I get a copyright claim for this shit, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh man.
I expect this from like EA and Ubisoft.
No,
But well, was not expecting this from Bethesda. Why not? No.
Nick Gordon's like, dude, they need that many guitars to play a riff I can play on my 8-string solo. Come on, man.
Look at the looks.
Look at that girl's face. Mouth just hanging over.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
2002 all over again.
Dark Shadow Wolf says, I really don't know how to feel right now. We don't either,
Yeah.
dude. It's very awkward.
That's good that you don't. 'Cause it doesn't feel good when you do know how to feel about this. Ooh.
You just see people filing out. Everyone's going to get food real quick. Like, all right, let's go get a beer.
He's like, he looks like a weird, demented, decrepit janitor or something. I don't know what the heck's going on.
He looks like the play and listen janitor.
Yeah, well, if I had my sweet locks, yeah, probably. But can't rock it anymore.
I hope Bethesda didn't pay a lot for this.
Look at those pants, dude.
I think the best part is the white jeans, though.
Yeah, man. Look at those pants.
Like straight out of when his song was popular.
Dude, nobody is even remotely interested in the crowd right now. Dude, what the hell is this?
Oh, wow. What is
I'm
going
going
on?
to have to listen to this again.
Oh, is he taking his pants off?
I'm not sure what's going on
Please
there.
don't, dude.
He's got to get out of those white jeans, dude.
This is his comeback chance right here is what we're watching. The return.
Shredding the keyboard.
Yeah.
It's an exciting time for a rock show.
I imagine there's like applause signs everywhere just going nuts. Like, come on, give him a round of applause. We paid a lot for this. Jacob just asked, didn't this guy die like 4 years ago? Well.
Let's give it up again for Andrew WK, the perfect song for Rage 2.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
His name is actually Andrew
Hi,
Federley
everyone.
Wilkes
My name
Greer.
is Tim Willits, and I am the
Sweet.
studio director at id Software.
And I'm Magnus Nedfors, game director at Avalanche
Look at the
Studios.
size of that
That
dude.
guy's a truck.
Yeah, I love that his name is
And
Magnus
we're
too.
here to say that Rage
incredible.
is back. Now, we had a ton of crazy ideas when
Guys
we
like,
started
yeah,
planning
what?
Rage 2. And we needed the right studio to bring our vision to
That's
life.
me in 30 years. Next
Now,
to
we
him, I see.
admired the open world chaos in all of Avalanche Studios games. And as we're about to show you, they delivered big time.
Yep.
I get it.
Yep, that's true.
Same headphones.
Well, thank you, Tim.
Awkward. Still awkward.
Who is this guy?
Yeah!
I don't know what's happening.
This thing is derailing quickly.
Well, speaking for everyone at Avalanche Studios, this is really a dream to come true for us. The world of Rage 2 is perfect for our style of gameplay. But even more exciting than that has been to work with these guys at id Software. These guys invented the first-person shooter.
Interesting.
And they still make the best shooters out there. So it's been a really great collaboration to bring you the most insane open world shooter you have ever played.
So Rage 2 transports players into a dystopian future,
Ooh, I like the
devoid
sound
of
of that.
society, law, and order. Now, you play as Walker, the last ranger of the wasteland. Now,
Does this take place in
you know, I
Texas?
can
Plays
talk
Walker,
all night
Texas
about
Ranger.
I was going to say my backyard.
the powers you'll use, the vehicle combat, and of course,
Please
you know, the
don't.
crazy open world. But I know that you are here to see the game.
Yes. 12
Well,
minutes
not
later.
only do we have Rage 2 playable at our booth at E3, but we've got for you an extended look at the world and
A little behind you
gameplay
guys. Going to
of Rage
refresh
2.
real quick. See
Sure.
if it
Let's
catches.
check it out right now.
You haven't missed anything yet, so
It's going
Yeah.
right into a demo now.
DBS, stand by.
There you go. I caught up.
Right.
Global extinction event.
80% of the Earth's population dead.
Damn.
That's not good.
God turned his back on humanity
Good.
long ago.
No, I said that's not good.
Oh, I thought you said good.
It wasn't a
No,
war.
no, that's not good.
It wasn't global warming. It was a fucking asteroid. I was born in this shithole. Parents murdered. An orphan of this wasteland. An army of mutants killed everyone I ever loved.
Man, what is with all
All
this
that's left is hate,
post-apocalyptic stuff? Jeez.
That's a good thing.
and the need for
I know.
survival.
Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. Fun. I'm just
See,
saying.
Growing up was watching everything get taken
Stop
from me.
right now.
I stood
Death.
by, did nothing. And now I'm the last ranger of this wasteland. And there's only one thing left to do.
there's only one thing left to do. Bring back out Andrew WK.
Yeah.
Encore
So everybody
performance.
rage quits the stream.
Hello, E3,
Oh,
and welcome
man.
to the world of Rage 2.
Pre-alpha
In a
sweet.
moment, we'll dive
Sweet
headfirst into
Fallout.
the Eden spaceport mission, where Walker, our main protagonist, is out to find a rare artifact that will aid him in his quest to take down the Authority.
See it.
See, you can drive it.
Yeah.
Doctor, I'm approaching the
Looks like Mass Effect there.
Ah, yes, I forgot to say. It might be overrun by bandits. The Goon Squad, to be precise.
They have vehicles in the first Ridge.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
pulling down the eco-pod from orbit.
They had like
securing
a whole racing thing with it. Actually, that was the online portion too. Is like online car combat.
Oh, really?
Didn't they confirm that this one won't have online?
I think so.
This looks awesome, man. Wow.
I don't think the online in the first one was very popular, so.
Even Doom's online, I don't think did that great. So. Wow, this looks sweet.
Made it to the space center.
Keep your wits about you, Walker. The Goon Squad may look whimsical, laughable even, but
The
believe
Goon
me,
Squad.
behind their playful appearance, they are very, very...
Reminds me of the time I crushed Brent in that home run derby.
Ooh, that nade.
Reminds me of that one time I hit that home run, that walk-off home run in Super Mega Baseball.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
I
looks
don't
amazing.
remember that.
Yeah, that's on
Oh, I
video. I'll send it to you. This looks
I pitched
badass, dude.
an Ego 50 perfect game the other day, Brent.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did, buddy.
Filthy. Oh, man.
This game looks sick. Wow.
Dude, Rage is awesome.
Minus the hairstyles, it looks amazing. It sings.
It's like Splatoon 2 met had a baby with Fallout.
Or
It sings.
Borderlands.
Right. Is that a pre-order bonus?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god, I want that talking head.
Exactly.
That's a collector's edition.
Ruckus, the talking head.
Hold on, Pick's taking out his credit card right now, I think.
I can't wait until we talk about this on the podcast. Yeah. I have that pre-ordered, huh? Be here tomorrow.
Oh, that's right,
Still
I had that
waiting on-
pre-order, didn't I?
Still waiting on that Noctis statue, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah. That's, wow. Just got lost at the post office, right?
Yeah, true. True. Dude, I'm gonna throw these headphones out the window.
Jeez.
Wow.
I do want to hold this shotgun. This thing looks awesome.
Does that switch? Did he switch weapons, or did that go from shotgun to auto rifle?
It looked like he changed it up.
Yeah, I think he switched.
Oh, okay.
Exclusive to the Nintendo 2DS.
Excellent. Smithers is the bad, or
Yeah.
not Smithers, Mr.
Yeah.
Burns is the bad guy.
He's behind the global apocalypse all along.
Who's Homer Simpson?
Oh wow.
Ooh. Nice.
It's down. The EcoPod made it.
No, and so does the authority.
Dude, that was awesome. That whole sequence there.
And get out.
This game looks sweet, man.
Yeah, I should probably play the first one. It's pretty damn cool.
What is it on PS3 and Xbox 360, Francis?
Yeah, it's backwards compatible. So
So it's one of those games I should pick up, add to the
yeah,
catalog.
it's probably like $1. So yeah, you should probably buy it.
Sweet. I'm definitely gonna check it out now. Can't believe I missed this one back in the day.
I mean, you only play garbage games like Halo, so
I was waiting for it.
There it is.
The way things are going, I'm gonna agree with that statement soon. Wow, dude.
What?
Oh!
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
Look at that.
Wow.
Dude, Brent, you have an in-game character model?
Dude, this game looks awesome.
Don't tell me
Oh.
WK did the soundtrack for this. Maybe he did it with Mick Gordon or something. I don't care about that. Just the music, dude. I can't listen to this the whole time. Oh, God. Oh, wow.
Spring.
Not that far away.
Sweet. Add it to the list. Gosh.
Wow, that was a sweet reveal.
That looks nice.
From Bethesda Softworks, Christian Van Hoos.
Oh, legends.
Legends.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Christian Van Hoos, community manager
Is this that card game?
Elder Scrolls Legends. For the past year, we have taken what I think is the best digital card game and made it even better. New cards, new modes, new ways to play, and much more.
Not going to make fun of all of these guys the whole time, I promise.
So tonight, I'm thrilled to announce that we will soon be relaunching the Elder Scrolls Legends with brand new, totally overhauled visuals. I'm also very excited to let you all know that Legends will be available later this year on Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.
That'd be sweet on the Switch.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome.
But there's no reason to wait to play the game that Apple awarded Best of the Year in 2017. Download The Elder Scrolls Legends for free and join me tonight on PC, mobile, or tablet. And any progress you make in the game will be carried over to the console versions through your Bethesda.net account.
This guy reminds me of the Shermanator from American Pie.
Oh my god, dude.
And now,
or
let's take a
McLovin.
look at the future of Legends and see why this isn't just my favorite card game, but will soon be yours as well.
Got nothing on Gwent, guy.
It starts small. One game is all it takes. But Legends never stay simple. Never stay small. This is action. This is story. This is competition. This is easy to pick up. This is hard to put down. This is a 5-minute train ride. This is a 5-hour marathon.
What?
Well, she just grew up
Any way you play. This
Where's
is
the Vita?
For anywhere you play. This is for strategy fans. This is for those who want magic at their fingertips. This is for those who want dragons at their command. This is a game where legends are born. This is for you.
Sweet.
Sweetness.
Excellent.
I'll give it a go one of these days.
From ZeniMax Online Studios, Matt Fyrer.
ESO. Alright,
Thank you.
Somerset's out now.
Thanks, everyone.
Yep.
I'm Matt Fyrer.
No,
I'm the director of
that
Elder
is you,
Scrolls
Brent.
Online.
That's definitely you.
That's me, huh?
Thank you. Before I get started tonight, I just want to do a shout out. It was really great. We started the showcase tonight with the video highlight.
Yeah, you're not wrong,
The
Jacob.
really talented people that work behind the scenes to make all of these great games possible.
Isn't that lady
So
there this
standing
year?
here on stage, I'm representing a whole lot of amazing people at ZeniMax
They have
Online
everyone's
Studios
faces
that
so
I get to
dark
work
so they
with
can't see
every
your
day.
disappointment
It's a great honor and privilege.
in the crowd.
So,
Optic, I don't think
I go to
anyone
work
has a
with them
point
every
yet,
day,
dude. I
but
don't think
at
anybody
night,
has a point
I go
at all
home,
for our picks.
log into Elder Scrolls Online, and I get to play games with you guys, the best gaming community in online gaming.
Do you got a point? Frankie's got a point. Oh, he doesn't have a point.
We are such big fans of what we do. We play the games.
Came
just
close
as,
to a point
we make
on
them,
several
and
occasions,
we
but-
play them just as much as you guys
Yep.
do. It's what we do.
Haven't we all?
So you might not know it, but we're right there alongside. I'm playing there with you. I'm running dungeons. I'm exploring Tamriel, questing, crafting, decorating my house, PvPing, stabbing. Yeah, that was me. And I'm really humbled to say that the Elder Scrolls Online community just keeps getting bigger. We're over 11 million players now.
Wow.
And over 1 million of those came in just the last year alone. So last year was really great for us in a whole lot of ways. We were named MMO of the Year for the 3rd straight year. We released Morrowind. A lot of great DLC, and just last week we released Somerset, the latest chapter in the Elder Scrolls Online.
Sounds like that's actually been a well-received expansion too.
It's been received with great critical acclaim. Everyone loves it. You get to travel to the island home of the High Elves for the first time in 20 years. It's great for new players. If in the off chance you aren't playing Elder Scrolls Online, this is a great chance to jump in and play. And of course, all you veteran ESO fans are already there. But we're not done there. We make DLC every quarter and chapters. You know, content comes out so regularly for Elder Scrolls Online. We're already working on our great plans for next year. But before that, the next DLC coming out is a dungeon DLC named Wolf Hunter, based on werewolves. And later this year, we have a story DLC named Murkmire. We're going back to Blackmarsh. So you guys have all been asking for a deeper dive into Argonian lore and culture. You're going to see it later this year.
This game is going to be massive by the time it's done, dude.
It's already massive.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
There's one theme that runs through all of the Elder Scrolls Online's content, and that is great storytelling. From the launch game through all the DLC and chapters, it's really, really what holds the game together. But it's not just the stories that we as developers create for you guys to experience.
Based around your lore,
It's
Dark
also the
Shadow
stories
Wolf.
that you create together when you play this great virtual world. So I'm going to leave you tonight with a video highlighting just some of the amazing stories and memorable characters that you'll meet on your ESO journey. Thanks, everyone. See you in Tamriel.
Good.
See you, man.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Hey, so you had me as Andrew WK, you had Brent as the developer for Elder Scrolls Online. It's amazing. Witcher 3 is better than this.
Just unprovoked.
Did you ever get into ESO? I know you started for a little bit, but did you really dive into it or no?
I tried to, man. I really just, I don't know. I got to give it another shot. I had trouble getting into it, but I want to give it a shot because I love Elder Scrolls. So. I mean, honestly, the worlds look better than like the regular Elder Scrolls worlds, but I don't know. Great, thanks for spoiling the whole story for me, though. Just telling me everything I did, and I didn't even play it yet.
Hey, you didn't realize you rescued the Clockwork God?
Yeah, I didn't know. Now I do.
I don't know the facts were in this.
Pretty epic.
This looks amazing, man. I didn't like the gameplay. It just felt weird for some reason, but I'm gonna give it another shot. Yeah, we're not getting a regular Elder Scrolls game anytime soon.
Man, they're making so much.
Ooh. That hurt my kidney.
Somerset. That's where my wife goes shopping.
That looks nice.
Let's get some of this Fallout 76 stuff, man.
Yeah, I wonder what they gotta have some kind of surprise. I mean, right?
Yeah, pre-DLC.
Pete said they got plenty of surprises.
Yeah, well, the surprise, that might mean there's no surprise.
What?
That's the surprise.
This is Doom.
This looks Doom. This gotta be
very
Doom.
doomy.
Or it could be Fallout-y. Let's see.
This is
Doom. This gotta be Doom. Right?
This is Doom.
Yeah, this has gotta be Doom.
There's a brain
it's
with a
Doom.
laser on the back of it.
That's very Doom.
Yeah, this is Doom.
Yeah,
this is
dude.
Doom.
Get Mick Gordon on stage.
Yeah, finally some real music.
Man. Yeah. This is Bender's like ultimate trailer right here.
A look into the mind of Bender.
This is me dealing with the wilderness in my yard and the wildlife, basically.
Doom, the MMO.
Oh, Doom Mobile.
Doom 2, baby.
Yeah, collectible card game.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
Actually, I might play that. I might get that if they did that. Eternal,
Doom
Infinite.
Eternal.
What's with this?
Eternal.
What's with it's like the third game
This is the
that's a sequel that has
Thank you.
Eternal or Infinite.
Thanks
I mean,
so
what is
much.
this?
this is the Doom
I'm
Battle
Marty
Royale
Stratton,
game.
executive producer
Yeah, probably.
of Doom Eternal.
Hugo Martin.
And I'm Hugo Martin, creative director on Doom Eternal.
Nice smile, guy.
In 2016, we launched our reboot of Doom and have been blown away by your support and excitement for the game. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
In fact, it's a combination of your passion and our team's love of making Doom that has motivated us to deliver even more.
So we're back to announce Doom Eternal.
Guy just cheeses it.
An awesome, awesome new sequel to Doom. For the past 2 years, it's been so inspiring to hear you guys talk about what you'd like to see next. And I got to tell you, we're right there with you. Like, you want the Doom Slayer to feel even more powerful?
This guy is not good at
Well, we
reading
got it.
prompts.
You want even more badass demons?
Yes.
Well, there are twice as many in this game.
He's like, he just every time he just looks like he's gonna just
You
start
want to see
cracking
hell
up.
on Earth? Well, we just teased it. But what we're most
He's like-
excited about is to show you some of the things that you might not be expecting.
That's right, including a ton of features that we'll have to save for later because our team will be debuting Doom Eternal at QuakeCon this August.
That's fair.
We'd love for you to join us live in Dallas, or of course you can tune in online to catch all the fun. But until then, we want to thank everyone who continues to play Doom.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
I wasn't really expecting Doom 2 like on this soon. Seems like
It feels soon.
I mean, it's probably about time, but I wasn't really expecting it, so that's nice to know they're definitely on something.
I forgot about Quake. Is this game out yet?
I used to play a ton of Quake back in the day. That
Just
dang
like a
nail
little
gun,
hype or
man.
like
Oof.
crazy hype right now, right? Let's go. Thanks. Hi, I'm Joshua Boyle, Community Manager for Quake Champions. Thank you very much. Ever since the first Quake title was released in 1996, our games have been shaped by you, the players. Now, that proud tradition continues with Quake Champions, which has evolved with community in mind and will always be the fastest and most fun multiplayer shooter, period.
That's a bold statement there, guy.
If you haven't noticed, Bethesda likes to speak in absolutes.
Yes.
These days we're hearing
Very
a lot
tyrannical
of talk about
way of
But
thinking.
Quake
I like it.
has been there from the very beginning.
Well,
In
talking
fact,
about esports.
we started hosting competitions at
What's
QuakeCon
that,
over
Brent?
20 years ago.
I just heard esports.
Let's hear it for QuakeCon.
Some of them are fun, though, man.
And this year, we'll expand on our legacy
You
as
know
the
you like your
original
fighting
esport,
esports. Come
with
on.
everything from intense grassroots
not-
competitions
it's not the same.
to major tournaments at
Yeah,
QuakeCon
yeah.
and DreamHack Winter.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a long time, and we're continuing to build with more competitions for more players than ever before.
Well, put it out
But I
so we
gotta
can
tell
all
you
play it
guys,
on consoles,
we
guy.
can't stop, won't stop until we've delivered a game that's fun for everyone. Whether you're a Quake dad or a brand new baby to the arena.
Quake dads.
Quake dads.
That's why we just added a bunch of new features to make it even easier for you and your friends to jump in and get good
Get
together. We're still in early access, but tonight we want to welcome all of you into the arena. For this week only, we're opening up Quake Champions to everyone through a trial of our free-to-play version before it even launches. Plus, if you get in and download this week, you can stay and keep playing Quake Champions for free even after the trial closes. So head to Quake.com and start playing with me and
I
all of
wonder
my
if
Quake
it's
family
Mac
tonight.
compatible. Probably not,
I'm
right?
gonna guess no.
Probably it's a big negative.
Yeah, you get lucky once in a while.
Don't miss your chance to join one of the most passionate and welcoming communities in gaming. Now, for a taste of what you'll be playing tonight after our showcase is over, check out our new trailer for Quake Champions.
I'm gonna log into that game in the first match. Someone's gonna be like, "I banged your mom last night." I'm like, "I thought this community was nice."
It'll be JD too.
I was gonna say, and then the guy like voice changer comes off and it's Bender.
And you just hear Bender. Oh crap!
Is that a dinosaur?
It looked like it. Oh, was that Turok or Quake?
Gears of War, guys.
This doesn't look very Quakey to me. Then again, I haven't played the game since like no lie, like 1999. So when I was a lad on my.
Yeah, they're barely showing like the actual gameplay. That's why.
Jacob, you're a dick. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Have a good night.
Trav tweeting this. He's just like, who addresses these fucking people?
Who said that?
Trav.
Oh.
Just nothing about this trailer is appealing to me. Like I really, even though I can get it downloaded for free and play it well past, I have no interest in this game right now.
Yeah. Every time they've shown it on stage, we don't ever see it.
Probably because it's not that good.
Here we go. That looks like a vault. Nope.
Oh, yeah,
here you
here we
go.
go. It's gonna
Here you
be
go,
Brent.
Frankie.
Ooh, yes. Sorry, hit the mic. Yes.
Hello, E3,
Yes,
from
JD's
all of
music.
us at Arcane Studios
good
in
I love this
Austin,
song.
Texas. It's been 1 year since we launched Prey, and we want to send a big thanks to our incredible fan base for your support.
We've been so inspired by your passion and enthusiasm, and as a way of showing our appreciation, we're rolling out a huge free update for Prey tonight.
The next time you fire up Prey, you're going to see 3 new modes: Story Mode, New Game Plus,
Which was a big fan request.
and Survival Mode, which should
Did
be
you say
an interesting
tonight?
challenge for
Yeah,
our most
tonight.
hardcore fans.
But that's just the beginning. We are really excited to tell everyone that we've also been working on a new Prey DLC, an infinitely replayable experience called Moon Crash.
It's a new twist
Moon
on Prey
Crash?
where the enemies, hazards, and
Plane
loot
crash?
are all
Is that what they said?
different each
Is it
time
a
you
moon
play.
or plane
We're
crash?
so excited.
Oh, it's.
We can't wait to
Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh. Dude, this
was-
is a real coffee mug, right?
That was really creepy.
Yeah.
The moon is a harsh mistress. The longer you're here, the harder things are going to get for you.
Man, I was gonna put this low-hanging fruit on my list.
You should have with like a stipulation.
I like the music.
Simulation. Who here's completed the campaign of this besides me? Anyone? Alright, won't say anything then.
Smart.
Get to work.
Well, I said this was infinitely replayable, so.
Yep.
Kind of hoping for some story stuff, but that's fine. I don't care. I like the gameplay in this. It's really good.
Flooding and electrical damage detected. Lethal radiation levels detected.
X support?
Did it say that? Are you ahead of me?
Should though.
Yeah, this game could use a little extra power on the Pro and the X. Oh, cool! New gun or melee weapon. That was me with the shotgun the whole time in that game. Shotgun, goo gun, and the wrench.
I'm gonna need you to stop.
That's a sweet ass song. I love that song.
Moon crash.
Oh, available now.
Oh, she's dead.
Gotta go, guys.
Moon Crash is available now too.
Yeah, but the lady at Bethesda's dead.
She's Ted, man.
Oh, there she is. She's live.
All right, before
Yeah,
we
but
begin,
she's on the right
yes,
now,
Mom,
and he's
I'm
on the
still
left.
alive.
So something's
No,
not right, right?
I'm not a mimic.
She's
Hang
still
on.
alive.
Sticky notes. That's funny. Not a mimic.
There. I just want to make sure nobody tries to smack you because I saw Pete Hines with a wrench backstage a second ago.
Thank you, Ricardo. That's very sweet of you. So, like all arcade games, Prey is about playing your own way, and Moon Crash is no exception.
So you just saw a lot of cool stuff that's available tonight, but we're not done yet. We have one more surprise coming later this summer called Typhon Hunter.
Typhon Hunter is a lethal game of hide and seek, where one player goes head-to-head against 5 other players who get to be mimics.
And just like in Prey, the mimic players can disguise themselves as everyday objects. So, you know, things like a chair, a coffee mug, a space banana, whatever works. But definitely not a coworker, right, Susan?
Absolutely not. Probably not.
No!
Anyway, Typhon Hunter is a tense multiplayer mode that requires teamwork and improvisation and a very high tolerance for jump scares.
Before we go, I just want to say thanks on behalf of the whole team at Arcane Studios to all of our fans around the world who have played Prey and love it. We made this game for you, and we are constantly inspired by your creativity and enthusiasm.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Hey, more Prey. I am a happy man. Don't know about that Typhon mode, but that's all right.
Please welcome Jens Mattis and Jörg Gustafsson.
Too soon to have a new one already, right? I would think so.
Hello,
the Switch
friends.
version is coming out.
I'm Jens Mattis, the creative director at Machine Games.
And I'm Jörg Gustafsson, executive
This room is
producer at
jerk.
Machine Games.
Yes.
Thanks, Mom.
Last year, millions of you took to the streets and sparked a
It's jerk,
revolution
man.
in Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus.
Wow. Grab them.
As
Wow.
DJ Blazkowicz, you rallied the American resistance, and you beat the living fuck out of those Nazis.
Thank you for embracing our game. We were honored to win Best Action Game at the Game Awards last December. And we are excited to bring Wolfenstein 2 to Nintendo Switch on June 29th, so you can fight the Nazis on the go.
I'm not a Yerk, Jacob. I'm Brent.
And the Wolfenstein revolution continues with our next project, which leaps ahead in time to tell the tale of BJ's twin daughters.
What?
Spoilers.
Set in the 1980s in Paris, Wolfenstein Youngblood,
Youngblood.
pushes the story forward.
In the 80s.
And because this game features BJ's twin daughters, Wolfenstein Youngblood will be a co-op experience.
I love me some co-op.
So while you can play it solo, you can also join with a friend to save the world together. The resistance is counting on you.
All right, Hollybus, let's check it out.
Like the music.
Listen, children. I've been fighting all my life for this world. It never ends. They're gonna send everything.
Reminds me of
Wolfenstein
Blood Dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
To survive, you have to embrace the suffering.
Did it.
To stand up and carry it. It's not about the pain you can deal. It's about how much.
Oh wow, that wasn't a cliche as F.
It's do or die, sis. Just like Papa taught us.
Oh my god. Well, I'll try it out cooperatively. So Wolfenstein, what's next?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Pete.
At Bethesda, we're proud of our history of innovation, and that includes breakthrough VR technology that we revealed at E3 2012. Since then, we've delivered some of the very best VR experiences in gaming, from Doom to Fallout 4 to Skyrim, and we're not done. 2 of the franchises that we just heard about are going to also offer VR experiences. So,
Ooh,
when
Prey in
Prey's
VR.
Titan Hunter
Oh
is
man.
released later this summer, you'll be able to experience the competitive mode that Susan and Ricardo were just talking about in virtual reality. And it will also include a single-player experience that puts you in the boots of TranStar employees working to solve puzzles aboard the Talos 1 space station. I'm also excited to announce a new Wolfenstein VR game.
Wow. Heyo.
It's called Wolfenstein Cyberpilot, in which you play a hacker who can take over Nazi robots and turn these war machines against their masters. In our ever-ending quest to bring the message of fuck Nazis to every platform possible.
I like it, Pete.
Both the Prey and Wolfenstein VR experiences are playable this week at our booth at E3, so please stop by and give them a try. Now, we are really excited about everything that we've shown here tonight, but I know there are a lot of you who are really here or really wondering about Fallout 76.
Yes. Thank you.
That is a true statement.
And I'm pleased to tell you that your wait is finally
We've
over.
canceled it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah,
he's the
pleased to tell you,
recipient
you
of
wait another
numerous
week.
Lifetime Achievement and Hall of Fame awards. He's the game director at a studio that has won a bevy of accolades and awards.
Bevy.
And he's here tonight to tell us what he and his team have been taking so damn
That
long
means many,
to
Brent.
tell us all about.
Thank you. I was about
Will you please
to
welcome
Google
my
that.
very good friend,
I saw the look on your face. I got you, buddy. Toddy.
Wow, dude, he's just like totally embracing the Rockstar game developer thing, huh?
That's him in a nutshell.
Just strolled over from the Microsoft presser.
We're all here.
How's it going? This coat costs more than your house.
Looking good.
Nice to see you all.
Oh, it's great to be back at E3. Thank you
Probably not.
so much. I could not be more excited to be here. I want to thank all our fans who came out tonight.
Yeah.
And the millions of you watching online. We can't thank you enough. This is actually my 25th year at Bethesda, and I have seen... I have seen a lot of cool things in that time. I gotta say, tonight is definitely one of them. I got to go to the very first E3 right here in Los Angeles. I know. They're so cute when they're little. They're full of energy and life. And then, remember when little E3 ran away from home, went to Atlanta? Yes. A lot of you didn't come. I liked Atlanta, or East Coast. And then E3 went through the moody teen years and came back and locked itself in its room. Remember, it was in the convention center, but just in the meeting rooms. They didn't invite anybody. And I can remember literally walking between the halls and seeing nobody. I was like, this is how a zombie movie starts. And now E3 has grown up. It's in its 20s. It's more confident, can handle its alcohol better, like all of you.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, there's a good party after this, so pace yourselves. And I hope you're comfortable, by the way. I'm going to be here for a while. And E3 has become such an
Woody's looking at his
incredible
TV,
week of
huh?
entertainment. But we know that most of you came here for one thing.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Thank you.
What did that person shout?
Todd Howard.
Oh. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6, exactly.
I think it's to see where we're putting Skyrim next.
Nice.
Well, I think we have the best one yet.
The Elder Scrolls speak of the past and the future. Now, Skyrim looks to the future, to its ultimate version.
It's a joke. This is a spoof, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Alexa, play Skyrim.
You're level 57 and see a tall snowy mountain.
Climb it.
Now, Skyrim and life become one.
A mud crab scuttles towards
First
you.
Roda.
I didn't catch that.
First Roda.
I didn't catch that. Your shout echoes all the way to Sovngarde.
What happened? First Roda. That's the command for knocking things over.
Is there a command for picking shit up?
Haven't reached that level yet.
I'm sworn to carry your burdens.
Ooh.
The dragon unleashes fire breath on you.
Okay.
You have 7% health left.
Oh, shit. I drink a health potion.
You are out of health potions.
How many wheels of cheese do I have left?
473.
I eat all the cheese. I eat all of the cheese.
Hey, hun. Remember what the doctor said about dairy?
Yes. Right, yes, of course. You're the greatest. Thank you so much. I eat all of the cheese.
Introducing Skyrim. Very
Nice.
special
Very
edition.
special edition.
That's Etch-a sketch version.
Motorola Pages. And your Samsung smart refrigerator.
Oh, that's cool.
That was good. That was good.
Oh, man.
Had to do it. Had to do it.
But seriously, it is coming to all those things.
Okay, really. We both know why you're here, and that's to talk about the next Fallout. Fallout 76 is a prequel to all the other games, and it's our biggest one yet. It is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Set in the hills of West Virginia, you are one of the first to emerge into an untamed and very different wasteland.
I feel like we've heard this somewhere before.
I know. Please don't be the same thing. They can't just do the same thing.
I didn't see the other one. Is this the
Watch
same
it.
exact thing?
Same thing. Yeah, I mean, they gotta explain it after this and do some more. But yeah, this is the same trailer that we just watched. Literally the same script as well, which is funny.
Right, it is. Word for word.
Yeah. What if they just showed this and then that was the end of the show?
I'd be pissed.
That would be funny.
300 years after our great nation began, we gathered together to honor the completion.
Yeah, that's
of
definitely
Vault
around Perlin.
76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault Tech, but it was built by you. So that if the bombs do come, our way of life will endure.
Digging the fiddle music.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains.
Little John Denver.
Life is all there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia,
Pennsylvania.
Mountain Mama,
when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself.
So I wonder if that talk in there, Brent, about rebuilding as you're like the first one to come out of the vault. I wonder if that's a central part of the game.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's talk about this.
Vault 76, one of the very first vaults to open, was built to celebrate America's tercentenary, which is an awesome word, by the way. Like, that's your word of the night.
I gotta write that one down.
What's wrong with tricentennial?
Few selected to be an occupant and spent 25 years underground waiting for Reclamation Day, the day the vault opens.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough.
Pip Boy?
New Pip Boy edition coming with this one?
I hope so.
I didn't get one of those last time.
I got one.
Sweet.
I got two and I sold one.
I did that too.
Finally! I feared you'd never wake up. Don't you remember? Time to leave the vault. Most of the others...
Time to leave the vault, laddie.
Tone got 4 of them? What?
But I'll never forget the day you all entered
Is that
Vault
Codsworth?
76.
Oh, man, I remember him, yep. That's the first one you find from 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you all
Codsworth.
share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family.
Goodbye! Aloha!
Goodbye!
Arrivederci!
Aloha! Just get that screen downstairs on my wall.
I was gonna say that TV's pretty sweet.
Is this new footage?
Yep. I haven't seen this.
We always start with the world, and this time it features all new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology. It allows us to have 16 times the detail and even view distant weather systems across the map. Now, most people don't know West Virginia that well. It is an incredible array of natural wonders, towns, and government secrets. This is where the actual nuclear secrets are. And the quest the Overseer sends you on will take you through 6 distinct regions, each with their own style, risks, and rewards. There's plenty of cool new Fallout creatures, and we even use the folklore of West Virginia to bring our Fallout versions to life.
Oof.
Oh man, look at that thing. Ugh, I don't like things like that, man. Too many legs.
That come out of an outhouse?
Man.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
We have always wanted to tell that story of what it will be like for you and the other characters who were first to leave the vaults. But there is one big difference with this game.
There we go.
It's that each of those characters is a real person.
There we go.
Because yes, Fallout 76 is entirely online.
Wow.
It's all starting to come together now.
I know, there's a lot. You have like 1,000 questions right now. So I'm going to go through them in order. Now, I'll hit a couple of the big ones. First, of course, you can play this solo. All right?
Okay.
You'll be who you want, exploring a huge world, doing quests, experiencing a story, and leveling up. We love those things about our games too. It would not have it any other way. But also, like
We want a
many
cut of
of
that
you,
profit.
we have always wanted to see what our style of game could be with multiplayer. So many of us talk about experiences in our games, but we've never experienced them together. So about 4 years ago, we hit upon an idea that is perfect for Fallout. Open world, survival, every person and character is real. And it was an idea that we just couldn't shake. We knew we had to do it and do it in a really big way. Now, I know you may have played survival modes in like some of our previous games or some other online games, and people wonder, is this hardcore survival? I like to think of it maybe, it's more softcore survival. Maybe that should be a new ESRB descriptor. Death never means the loss of progression or the loss of your character. Your character isn't tied to one server. As a matter of fact, you'll never even see a server when you play. You'll be in a world with dozens, not hundreds and not thousands of other players. It's the apocalypse. It's not an amusement park, okay? And you'll be able to join your friends whenever you want, and all of your progression goes with you.
Nice.
When we think about games, we think about worlds and the choices that you can make, the stories that you create and tell yourself. By creating a wide open world with very few rules, we have a game
It's a good comparison,
more than
Tom.
any game that we've ever done where the choices are yours, where you'll decide what happens. You'll decide the heroes, and you'll decide the villains. Look, this is a whole new world for all of us here. And fortunately, our friends at Vault-Tec have made a series of informational videos for when all of us emerge together.
I love these videos.
The Pip-Boy videos are the best.
As you venture out into this new American frontier, some of your fellow survivors may not be neighborly.
Oh! Blew his arm off.
Somebody
That's
get that
savage.
bit. Oof.
Loading the musket.
Chin up there,
Jeez.
sport. Not all Vault 76 dwellers will be so hostile. Find them and brave the new world together. Whether you choose to explore the wasteland alone or with friends, your days will be filled with fun activities.
Run like a rabbit, fly like a bee. No matter what you do, you'll never get away from me because I'm right behind you, baby. Right behind you, baby. Right behind you, baby.
Oh. Oh, man.
Dude, that looked like the sloth from Zootopia.
That's exactly what I thought it was. I'm intrigued now. Now I'm really interested in this game.
Wow, dude, I'm watching the comments. You guys seeing
Like
all those
previous
thumbs
Fallouts,
in
you
there and
can play
whatnot?
this
A lot
game
of thumbs
solo
down.
and quests.
Wow.
But the easiest way to survive in the wasteland is to team up and build together. And in this one, you can build wherever you want. And you can also then move that to wherever you want.
Oh, nice. So you can build whatever you want and move it. That's nice.
After thermonuclear war, man's towering industrial marvels may no longer stretch to the heavens. What separates man from beast? It is his desire to build. Get started with camps.
Stop it, Coop.
The construction and assembly mobile platform. Construct your home of the future. With your home secure, you can now craft handmade ordnance.
This isn't a fall title, is it?
To give your altercations that
it comes out on February
touch.
22nd.
It falls on you.
We'll see at the end of this, I'm sure.
Of your fellows to
Bethesda's known, man, when they announce
America
something.
We hold dear.
Available today.
Oh, dude, that'd be nuts.
That would be sweet.
But don't become too attached too quickly. Monitor your environment for anything out of the ordinary.
Rabid trash cans.
The home of
Whoa.
tomorrow may undergo certain challenges.
Dude, that's
Dragon.
awesome. Oh, my
After
house.
a crisis, work with your neighbors to ensure success.
Oof.
That's like a public event.
There's no I in nuclear wasteland. Document your adventures. Your memories will shape
His tongue
the
hanging out of his mouth.
American dream.
Doesn't look like there's a VAT system here, Brent.
What's that
No.
sound?
They're campy if it's
Yeah, not if it's online.
PvP, right?
There goes the neighborhood.
Yeah, we love dynamic game systems. So we thought, why don't we put multiple nuclear missile sites on the map?
Oh, wow.
And then let all of you do whatever you want with them.
What?
Today's episode, Atomics for Peace. When you emerge from the comfort and safety of your vault, the world you know will have changed. Take your friendly old neighbor, Johnny. Rather than coming over to borrow a cup of sugar, he may now be coming over for murder. The time has come to seek out greater means of protection. Nuclear armaments.
Nuclear
That's right.
armaments.
Courtesy of your Uncle Sam, these wonders of the atomic age can be
Was
found
this
right
Anthem?
in your own backyard. But how does a fella like you acquire nuclear weapons, you may ask? Begin by inquiring with the locals. Gently coax them into cooperation.
Coax them into
Use a little elbow
cooperation.
grease if you have to.
Alpha code.
In the likely event you don't acquire a full code on your own, do not give up. Search for others who might be harboring a grudge. You'll have that nuclear launch
man.
code in no time. With the power of the atom at your fingertips, be responsible and consider your target carefully.
Oh, man.
Attention. Launch
Ouch.
activated.
What is going on?
It's just a game, but like that's sending chills down my spine, man. Oof.
Degenerates, a
launching
random stranger,
warheads.
the local wildlife. Whatever your target may be, take advantage of the resulting fallout to gather rare and valuable resources.
Oh, wow, nice.
Huh.
Yet these rewards don't
Oof.
come
Oh, no.
without risk.
Oh.
The fate of this new world is yours to command with the power of the atom.
Ouch.
Oh, man, Wolf, I didn't think about that.
We know you've played a lot of our games and a lot of online games, but this one really is unique. We have built a platform, 100% dedicated servers.
Wow.
That will support this game now and for years to come. And look, we know this is new for all of you. It's new for us. It's a little bit scary. And to that end, we're going to need your help. Because, yes, we are going to have a beta.
Live now.
And it is sponsored by our friends at Vault-Tec as well. The Break It Early test application.
Break It Early test application. Love it.
Evidently, these online games are hard. They can have some nasty issues. I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
Yeah.
I did. I read it on the internet, so it's true. And that sometimes it doesn't just work. Anyway, we know together that we are going to build something really special. And we also know that all of you love our special editions. And we have an awesome collector's edition for you.
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
It starts with a map of the world that glows
That's
in the
cool.
fucking dark.
Ooh, it glows in the fucking dark.
And it's great. So cool.
I'll be going to my local GameStop to purchase one.
It comes with figures you can put on the map. And it also comes with a Fallout collectible that really I've always wanted, so we made them for everybody to buy, and here it is.
Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly right.
Oh, yes, a power.
Straighten up and fly right.
That is sweet, man. These are going to sell out so
Headlamps.
fast.
Blow your top.
Oh, man.
Ain't no
They're
use
giving us
in
the helmet.
diving.
Voice modulation device.
What's the use of diving?
Yeah.
Cool down, Papa, don't you blow
Usability
your
confirmed.
This is going to sell out so fast, oh, man.
Yes, all of this, the Fallout 76 Power Armor Edition. So you're probably wondering, when is this game coming out? We're excited
Roll it back.
to say
Roll it back. Oh, my God.
that it's coming out
Wow.
this year, November 14th.
Yes.
Thanks again for all your support of Fallout. It's been 10 years since Fallout 3, our very first one. And it's been an incredible journey with all of you. We do have another Fallout anniversary that we are celebrating here at E3. It is the 3-year anniversary of Fallout Shelter, which we announced
it's coming
and
on PS4.
released right
Yep,
here
saw the
at
trophies for
E3.
it.
And we have some cool surprises for you. Fallout Shelter is coming to the PlayStation 4. And because that guy said it, it's also coming to the Nintendo Switch. You can play it with the Joy-Cons or touch controls.
Yes.
There you go, Chris.
It's still free.
Oh, man.
Excited about that stuff.
I know, dude. I was
And
waiting for
excited
it.
to say these versions are coming out tonight.
Boom. There you go, Tone.
Again, thank you so much.
It's already out
for
on
your
Xbox,
support
Wolf.
of all that we do coming here tonight. When we see how many of you our games have touched, it's incredibly special. Especially Fallout Shelter.
Give me a whiff
That
of Elder
game
Scrolls 6.
has
Come
been
on.
played
Come on,
by
guy.
over 120 million
I know.
Incredible. That is more people than every game that we have made combined. Incredible. It does kind of make you stop and realize that our games can have new lives on any type of device or system. And you know, when we looked at the iPhone 11 years ago, we had a few ideas for mobile games. Fallout Shelter was one of them. And we did have another
Elder
one
Scrolls.
that was far, far more ambitious. And we've been building it.
Starfield. It's a mobile
And
game.
it's in the other franchise that you love.
Dude.
It is called The Elder Scrolls Blades.
What was that game? Infinity
Like Fallout
Blade or something?
Shelter,
Yeah. Was that?
we wanted an experience that we were not finding anywhere else. Here it is. Blades, at its heart, is a pure Elder Scrolls game. A massive first-person RPG
controls, boys.
with console-quality graphics.
Yeah, excuse me while I vomit in my mouth.
With a uniquely mobile experience. Believe me when I say you have to see this running on an iPhone 10. This gigantic screen.
How about my iPhone
does
6
not
Plus?
do it justice. You can tap to move or use dual sticks. Combat is all new, and it follows your specific movements.
Look at those sweet controls, man.
Yeah, I want to go across the screen. Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait to play a 300-hour Elder Scrolls game.
Harkening back
awesome.
to the first Elder Scrolls Arena, this game features both handcrafted and procedurally generated dungeons. And it's not just melee. You have a range of abilities and spells you can use.
I hope you have to yell into your phone.
I'd rather play that Skyrim Alexa than this.
And of course, you can create your own character and be who you want to be. Improving them, leveling up, picking new abilities.
Don't they get it, man? I don't care if it works or if it looks good.
Is this
It's
one of the
just
two
not right.
IPs they were working
The
on, or
entire game can be played in portrait
It's
mode.
just not right.
I love how this is
That
killing
one was
your excitement
incredibly
for video
important to us
games.
that you could play
I
it
mean,
however
it's
you
fine,
wanted.
dude. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just like,
never know.
I'm
We're
not
gonna
even
need a free hand.
surprised.
So far, we've seen Command and Conquer and the Elder Scrolls now.
I mean, the Command and Conquer one hurt, dude. Like, I didn't really, I don't know. I wasn't expecting much,
And it's
but
not
like,
just
come on.
dungeons. It's incredible outdoor areas. Yes, running on a phone. It really looks and plays incredible.
It'd look even better on my TV.
Or my Switch. Port it to the Switch. Come on. And then we'll start talking.
Yeah, if you want to move this to the Switch, that'd be great.
Blaze has several modes of play. First, the Abyss, a roguelike experience
What
where
cell
you can
phone
see
gaming
how
is, it's
far
an
you can
abyss.
go in an endless dungeon. And the Arena, where you will do battle one-on-one against other players.
Oh.
And the main mode, the Town. This is the hub for your story and quests. You are a member
Put it
of
on the
Blades,
Switch or something,
the
guy.
Empire's
Come
top
on, man.
agents. Forced into exile, you return home to find your town destroyed and need to rebuild it. Yes, Blades also features a town building mode. You'll decide what your town looks like and be able to upgrade and decorate all of the individual elements in it. As your town
I mean,
levels
that's
up,
impressive
you'll
on,
unlock new
on the phone
NPCs,
if
quests,
it's running.
and more.
If it's running that.
You can even visit your friends' towns. This
Yeah, that's a
This
bummer.
is an Elder Scrolls game that you can play however and wherever you want. And we are going to bring Blades to every device and system we can. Phones, PCs, consoles, also virtual reality, on mobile, all the way up to high-end VR.
Okay.
On PCs. And what's really cool is all of those connect to each other. So one of my dreams is we'll go back to that portrait mode, which I like to call meeting mode. Because if you're in a meeting on your playing a game, in portrait mode, no one knows you're playing a game. And so with Blades, you could be in a meeting playing Blades against someone at home in VR. Blades is coming this fall for free.
That's good.
We need a new iPhone this fall anyway,
And
so.
you can pre-order it
I'm due for one soon, too.
on both the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Also, this week,
What do you have
go
to
to
pre-order?
Yeah, I was just wondering
playblades.com
about
and
that.
register for early access. If you're here at E3, Blades is going to be playable in our booth.
I guess for early
So
access
please
pick
come
or
by
something.
and check it out. You really need to see it running
Something
on the
ain't
phone.
adding up here,
We'd love to see
Dylan.
you.
Yeah,
Please come
yeah,
by.
I feel you. So what about these other platforms?
I just want to thank you all again, all of our fans here, everybody watching online, for all of your support over the years. It is so exciting to show you all that we have coming out this year, and it is an honor and a blessing to represent all of the incredible people at Bethesda Game Studios. We have 3 offices now in Maryland, Montreal, and Austin. There's a lot of them here tonight. I want them to hear your appreciation for their work. Thank you.
Huh.
Just the best team and group of people I could ever hope for. Amazing. We also thought, since we're all here together tonight and it's so special, maybe we do something a little different too. And tell you what we have coming beyond this year in the future.
No.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
We have also been working on a brand new next generation single player game.
Oh, boy.
Is this like PS5, is he talking?
That's next gen.
This one is in an all new epic franchise.
Is this the Starfield?
Gotta
Our
be, right?
first wholly original franchise in 25 years.
Okay. Come on.
We're excited to announce our next adventure.
Next generation.
We're getting close.
See what this thing looks like.
Fallout Scrolls.
The New Order.
This looks like...
Space.
Space. Sure does.
Getting them goosebumps. Nipples getting hard.
Oh, show us.
Please don't.
Music sounds epically sci-fi.
Yes, it does. That looks really sci-fi.
Looks like a Dorito. I'm kind of hungry now.
Oh, damn.
Actually, those wings remind me of bugles.
Starfield.
Yeah. Starfield.
There it is. There it is.
That's it.
That's it.
Starfield
Todd.
is a game that we have spent years thinking about and working on. Something we feel uniquely positioned to pull off and that we're incredibly excited about. But we're also building toward the game after that.
Oh, boy.
Jeez.
Oh, boy.
And it's the one you
Oh,
keep
wow.
asking about.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Elder Scrolls?
Here we go.
Elder Scrolls 6? Is this it?
There, yeah, there's the beat of the drum.
wow. So we're not going to see this till.
Man, this is
Wow.
this is the one after that.
So we're not seeing either of these till a new console comes out.
Look at
There it is.
Oh, this has got to be High Rock.
Oh,
Elder
man.
Scrolls 6.
Oh, just a little tease. Oh, you bastards.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew. I mean, we knew they were working on it. That's really
Yeah,
not much.
Okay, actually, now I'm really done. I just want to thank you all for your time tonight, the time you've spent in our worlds. We'll see you out there.
Dude, you didn't even tell us where it's going to be.
all he told us was that we ain't gonna see that bad boy for a long time.
So that was basically stop asking. It's coming out after the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be next gen. So that's 2026. We'll probably see that one.
We only get him up here like once every 3 E3s, but boy, when he shows up, he brings the goods. Thanks also to all of our studios and teams around the world who are so dedicated to giving our fans
Hopefully
the very
new
best
consoles
games.
come out next year.
If you're a gamer
Right.
on any platform of any kind, we think we've got something for you. And I hope you're as excited about what you've seen tonight as we are, whether it's a new Fallout game, a new Elder Scrolls game from Bethesda Game Studios that you can play on your phone for free, Rage 2, Doom Eternal, and so much more. We're really excited. Now, remember, if you want to be one of the first to play Elder Scrolls Blades or join the Fallout 76 beta, you need to go to Bethesda.net and register. It's easy and it's free. For all of you here with us tonight, thank you so much for joining. The party is going to continue afterwards. For everyone else around the world, thank you so much for joining us. Everyone have a good night and a great E3.
Nice.
See you, Pete.
Man, E3's just been a total mixed bag for me this year. Wow. Wow.
All right. All right, Mr. Boyce, let's get into it, man. Let's have this discussion. Let's talk about what we saw tonight.
Sorry, I'm trying to get on Bethesda.net right now to register for the Fallout beta.
There you go.
But Bethesda must be getting nuked because I can't get on the site at all. This happens every year.
They want that pre-OP. Dude, that helmet, forget it, man. Good luck.
Yeah. Hasn't gone up yet. I've
So-
been checking since they announced it.
All right, fellas, let's get down to business. So we just finished watching Bethesda. Let's talk about everything we just saw. So, came out the gate. Well, out the gate is maybe a loose use of the term, but it took them 12 minutes to get to the Rage trailer. But they finally got to it. They finally showed it to us after just a cringeworthy Andrew WK performance that we all just couldn't wait for it to end.
That fashion statement, though, bro.
Yeah, the white jeans were rocking. There's no
just
doubt about it.
abysmal.
I could smell them from here.
WK was rapping hard with the white jeans. But yeah, we saw a lengthy gameplay trailer for Rage 2. It is due in spring of 2019, so seemingly every single game that we've seen this E3 due spring 2019. So Rage will be one of those. But Frankie, you're a huge fan of the first Rage. I believe you're the only one out here that's actually played the game. Your thoughts on the Rage 2 trailer, what we saw from Bethesda here?
I'm really excited about it. Like I've said before, I think Rage is one of the coolest first-person shooters that I played last generation. It just, it gives you like a bunch of different options. You could build these little spider turrets. You could build regular turrets. They had little remote control RC cars that were basically bombs. The wing stick is really cool. That's that little like boomerang thing you saw them throwing around.
Mm-hmm.
But just being in that world was awesome. Listening to different enemies react to you as you would be coming around, and like later on in the game, you get access to that really sweet ass crossbow. And you can craft all these different bolts for it. And I remember like one of the first times I stuck some guy with an explosive bolt. He just like starts to dance around. It's like, oh shit, and then he blows up. The world of Rage is just really awesome. So I'm glad that Bethesda's kind of just going all in on it. Just the wacky, crazy shit you can do in that game. So I'm just hoping this time around. I know if you guys do play the first Rage, the ending is a bit of a letdown just because you get a really sweet thing towards the end of the game and you think, dude, I'm gonna need this, and it just kind of ends at some point. So but outside of that,
Half-Life-esque.
I don't know, I never played Half-Life, so
okay, gotcha.
But yeah, dude, I'm so fucking excited for Rage 2. Like that's like skyrocketed to the top of my list of games for next year. I'm excited about.
JD, so Rage looks incredibly over the top and just wacky from what we saw in the trailer there. What do you think, man? Is this one gonna be on your most anticipated list?
Yeah, actually, I think that might have been the coolest thing I saw from Bethesda for me. I mean, well, Elder Scrolls doesn't count because we know they're making that game. We didn't really see anything.
They just gave us the title.
Starfield, same thing. We kind of knew that. I mean, both of those games will probably ultimately be more epic than Rage 2, but right now, man, that game looks sweet. I wrote down Rage 2, effing amazing. So yeah, sign me up, man.
It's a deep analysis on your part, so appreciate it, man.
Hey, that's man.
That's the kind of stuff that you bring to the show, man. We're happy to have you here.
Well, guys, due to the nature of those high-tech technology they used to develop Rage 2.
Yeah, Brent, I'm kind of with JD, man. This may have been the best thing that we saw the entire Bethesda show. This Rage trailer was completely bonkers, over the top action, just crazy stuff going on. What do you think of what we saw from that trailer?
Oh, I'm with you guys 100%. I mean, this game looks like it's incredibly fun. The car combat looks epic. The people you're fighting, the enemies you're killing look just absolutely badass. It's completely over the top. It's like Mad Max turned up to an 11. It looks great. I'm really excited for that one.
I want to get my hands on that shotgun.
Yes.
A shotgun was giving out the business.
That gravity nade, man.
Yeah.
They levitate and you blast them with a shotgun. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a few times where they knocked one of the enemies up into the air and they shot them as they were flying away or flying towards them. So looked really cool. So definitely made me. I haven't played the first one. Made me want to go back and play that. But Rage 2 Spring 2019 to be on the lookout for that. Next, we saw Elder Scrolls Legends. So they came out on stage, talked a little bit about what they're planning to do with that. The game actually coming to consoles soon, so it'll be on the Switch, as well as PS4 and Xbox One. So be on the lookout for that. And we saw a little bit from ESO. They talked about some of the some of the things that they've done with Somerset. We saw a trailer for Somerset. They mentioned the Wolf Hunter is their next DLC. It's a dungeon-focused DLC focused on werewolves. And then Murkmire is a story DLC that's coming later after that. So be on the lookout for that if you're an ESO fan. And then we saw something that we thought we might see, but Doom 2, which is now known as Doom Eternal. We saw a brief cinematic trailer that kind of just moved through the what looked to be hell for a little bit of time. Then we saw the Space Marine, and then it kind of ended. And we got this name of Doom Eternal, and Brent, we saw Halo Infinite earlier, and the same thing I said there, I'm going to mention here, but they don't call this Doom 2, they call it Doom Eternal. So is this going to be a different type of Doom experience just by the nature of the name, or is this simply just them throwing a subtitle on it because they already have a Doom 2?
Yeah, it's probably more or less what you just said. It's probably because there already is a Doom 2, so they got to go with Doom Eternal. But I don't think that'll cause any confusion because for the hardcore Doom fans, they know what it is, and anybody that likes Doom is going to play Doom Eternal. And they addressed it. They said this is a direct sequel. So I mean, that's what we got going for Doom Eternal.
Yeah, JD, you're a huge fan of the first Doom, man. You excited to get back into this world?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, that game is just pure FPS bliss with amazing soundtrack, everything about it, buttery smooth. So as long as it's the similar type of Doom game, sign me up, man. That looks great.
Yeah. What about you, Frankie? Do you think that this is going to be just a Doom 2 for all intents and purposes, just with a different subtitle on it? You excited to see what this is?
Yeah, I mean they did say it's a sequel to Doom, so it's I'm not expecting a departure from what we're used to from Doom. Just awesome, over the top demon slaying. So I'm looking forward to it. I loved the reboot of Doom, so knowing that id's working on a brand new one, sign me the hell up.
Yeah, still a game I have to play through at some point. Have not played through the first Doom, so hey, you take that shocked face and you put it away. So the official reveal, when is QuakeCon? Anybody
August,
know?
I think they said August something.
August.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what
August.
I was going to say, August. All right. So in August, we'll get the official reveal for that. That's whatever that entails. It'll be interesting to see if they go back to the well with multiplayer on that, or if they simply stick to the single player experience. I know you guys mentioned it on the stream, but the single player portion of the game is what people really took to. The multiplayer kind of never got its legs underneath it. So, I'd be curious to see what they plan to do with that. From Doom, we moved into Quake Champions game, still in early access. They mentioned there's a free trial you can hop into now. If you get into the free trial this next week, it's going to be running for a week. You'll actually get to keep playing after the trial ends for free. So I don't know what goes into this, if this is planned to be a free to play game or exactly how this works, but you'll be able to stick around. I'm guessing in the early access version of Quake Champions if you sign up for it this week. Saw a new trailer for Quake, just kind of looked like Quake, just people running around shooting each other fast. Then from there we moved into something that Frankie, I know you and JD were looking forward to, and that's an update for Prey. Now, first we saw that there's an update available tonight. It could be up right now for all we know, but apparently it's going to add 3 different modes: story, new game plus, and survival mode. So you'll be able to pick from one of those 3 to play in the game. Then they showed a trailer for this mode that they said was infinitely replayable, this Moon Crash. Now I'm a little confused by this, but is Moon Crash available now as well? It sounded like when they were talking about it that it was going to be available in the future, but when that trailer ended, it said available now.
I mean, if it's available now, that's crazy.
I was confused too, Pick. I thought that they said that was coming. We're working on our first DLC.
I'll do some research.
They said that.
It's not up on any of the digital storefronts yet, so.
Did they say it would be an add-on or just an update?
I think the Moon Crash was DLC.
They referred to it as DLC.
Yeah.
I mean, am I crazy? Didn't they show a Moon Crash trailer and at the end it said available now, or was that a different trailer?
No, they did do that, man. But what they did was they let that play out and then they showed the other stuff and said available now to make you know what I mean. It was a bad placement of the words available now.
So they played the Moon Crash and then they played also like the update that's coming tonight or whatever as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that's what I got out of it. But no, it is confusing because of the way they worded it and all that.
Yeah, I was really confused. I couldn't figure out if it was what was going on with it. But Moon Crash available at some point, if not tonight, some point in the future here. And then they also mentioned the Typhon Hunter DLC, which is coming later this summer. Which is set to be like a tense multiplayer mode. And what is this, like a one person's a regular person and they got to find out who the mimics are?
Sorry to cut you off real quick.
It is available.
Escape the Moon. Moon Crash is available to own and play right now.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yep.
Huh. How much does it go for?
I don't see a price.
Yeah, it's not even up on anything yet. So.
Okay. Cool. So that's
So we're still confused.
We know what's out. We just we don't know how much it is.
Yeah.
Trying to make heads or tails of it. But JD, let me come to you on this, man. What do you think of what we saw from Prey? What do you think about the Moon Crash DLC? I don't know if you could make heads or tails of what it was. All I could understand, they said it's infinitely replayable. That's kind of all I got out of it. It's hard to tell exactly what you're gonna be doing in that mode. And then what do you think about the multiplayer mode they teased, which sounds like, is it a 1v5? Is that what it is?
Something.
You're
trying to
track down the mimics or whatever, which could be kind of cool. But what do you think of everything we saw, man?
I definitely liked it. I was kind of hoping for like more story, just straight up more Prey, kind of like what they did with Dishonored, something like that. But that's fine. I know Prey didn't do like amazing. It did okay, and etc. The whole deal. But hey, more Prey. If people buy it, support it, and it'll be good, and I look forward to it. And hey, that little co-op competitive mode, whatever, the hide and seek thing with the mimics, that might be cool. Yeah. So I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, so we got that, and then now the Moon Crash, from what we understand, is that a single player mode?
Power Armor Edition's up on Best Buy, by the way.
I think so.
Sweet.
$200.
Oh, comes with a game, right?
Yeah, hopefully, right?
You gotta check nowadays. We'll just derail the show here while we all go pre-order the Power Armor.
Sorry, got to.
That's right. I'm not ordering one, man.
Frankie, what do you think about what we saw from Prey, man?
I'm kind of a little bit disappointed. I was like JD hoping for a more elaborate story add-on, but at the same time, like JD said, it's more Prey. Kind of seems like something that I'll at least give you a chance to familiarize yourself a little bit more with the control layout of the game. So the different weapons and whatnot. So I'll be curious to check it out. But I'm just, like I said, just kind of bummed that it's not quite what I thought it would be. Sorry, completely check out right now.
Doesn't sound like any of this stuff is story related, right? None of this stuff that
Nope.
they talked about.
Nope.
So
simulation.
I guess my next question off that is the gameplay of Prey, is it strong enough to sustain a mode like this Moon Crash mode, whatever it is, where it's basically just focused on gameplay? Like, is it strong enough for that?
I think so.
You think so? Okay. Cool. Brent, what about you, man? Any interest in what we saw from Prey?
I got to play through Prey before I can get interested in it and any of the additional stuff. I only played like the opening moments of the game.
Do you like Deus Ex?
You played more than I did, so
I do like Deus Ex.
Then you'll dig Prey for sure.
Just like that opening track.
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. So moving on from Prey, I'll just talk to myself while everybody orders stuff here. So Wolfenstein, June 29th on the Switch. Was that previously known? I feel like we knew that.
Yeah, we knew about that.
June 29th on the Switch, so we'll see how that one performs on Nintendo's handheld. Then they revealed their next piece of Wolfenstein DLC. So in the vein of was it the Old Blood? Is that the one that came out with the first Wolfenstein?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in the vein of the Old Blood, they have Young Blood, which will star BJ's twin daughters in the future. 1980s, is that?
80s, yeah.
When this is taking place. So in the 80s, this will be due out sometime in 2019. Brent, your thoughts on Young Blood?
I like that it's co-op. I like the 80s vibe that I got from it. The soundtrack was pretty 80s. And so, yeah, but the biggest appeal is definitely the cooperative elements. I'd like to be able to play through that with one of you guys when it comes out. So, hey, it's just killing more Nazis. And like Pete Hines says, he likes to give us as many opportunities as possible to kill as many Nazis as possible. So, no, I'm definitely intrigued by that.
Do you think there'll be any, like, I don't know how to describe this, but any, I don't want to say puzzle elements, but things that you'll have to do cooperatively? You think this is just going to be straight blazing through, guns blazing with somebody else?
I mean, I could see it being that. I mean, I always appreciate when they really add some like hardcore cooperative elements, like designed specifically for co-op. But I mean, I do believe they said you could play through the solo. I think I remember them saying that. But if it is cooperatively, if it's required to play cooperatively, then there better be some like real cooperative elements to it.
Yeah, I believe they did say you could play solo, so I don't think it's required. I'm not sure if you're gonna have an AI that's gonna be with you as well. Maybe to do some of the stuff. I don't know. Franklin, you've been playing through the Wolfenstein DLC, right?
No,
kind of.
I played the first one, and I just
just the first one. Okay.
Yeah, and then I heard the other
one,
ones were just as disappointing, so I just didn't. I can't find the motivation to do it.
Yeah, does that temper your excitement for this a little bit, or do you think back to something like the Old Blood, which was really well received as like an expansion for Wolfenstein?
This one seems more like what they're putting their efforts into. I hate to say like that DLC just seemed really farted out, but
they just cash grab real quick.
Yeah, it was an extreme disappointment. So this one seems much more promising, like in terms of story, which is what I look for because I love the story in Wolfenstein. It's great. So hopefully more of that. And they did mention it's co-op, right? So hopefully online co-op. But
I'd be floored if it wasn't online co-op. I would just quit playing video games if this game was not online co-op.
Like, you are not an indie studio. You don't have the option to go couch co-op only.
Yeah, I would stake my game playing future on the fact that this will have online co-op. What about you, JD? Are you a Wolfenstein fan? Have you been playing these games?
I like the reboots, the first of since they rebooted them, and the expansion. I haven't played 2 yet, so I can't say much about that. But yeah, I mean, Wolfenstein games are so fun, man. They're great. So hey, I mean, more Wolfenstein. I know you guys were saying the DLC was so great, but hey, it's co-op. Let's try it out.
Yeah. Brent, you and Frankie played the Old Blood, right?
I did, yeah.
I did not play the Old Blood yet.
Old Blood's amazing.
Yeah, it's really an exceptional piece of DLC. And if like Frankie mentioned, if this is where they're focusing at, they're putting all their efforts into, that actually raises my expectations for it. I know we didn't take a whole lot from what we saw, but based on, I mean, we saw the DLCs that came out. They weren't very good. They weren't received very well. But if this is like a bigger expansion, a bigger add-on in the vein of like Old Blood, I think we're going to be in for something good.
Yeah, definitely. So we will keep our eye out for that sometime in 2019. Next, Bethesda let us know there's a couple VR experiences coming. So Prey will get a VR experience, the Typhon Hunter multiplayer add-on, which sounds like it could be tense in regular reality. In virtual reality, that one's probably gonna be pretty intense. They mentioned this here too, but there's gonna be a single player aspect to the Prey VR experience as well. So might that be where we get the single player story in that expansion? And then Wolfenstein has a VR game coming out as well called Cyber Pilot. Apparently you play as some type of a hacker. Didn't hear any platforms or anything for any of this stuff, so we don't know much more about that at this point. Then from there we moved into the meat of the show, which was Todd Howard's segment, where of course he was going to come out and talk to us about Fallout 76. So Fallout 76, they they started things out with a very silly Skyrim, very special edition trailer, which starred Key in there, and he was talking to his Alexa playing Skyrim. That was actually a really awesome trailer. It's awesome that they got Key on there to do that. So we saw that, and then they got actually into the meat of the presentation. We got a little worried at first because they literally just lifted the script and the video from the Microsoft presser and put it at the beginning of this Fallout segment. So you're like, please expand outside of this. So a lot of what we started to hear about this game was confirmed here. So there are 6 distinct regions. Once again, this is 4 times the size of Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is a massive game.
It is.
So to hear that this game's 4 times the size of that is very daunting. This will tell the story of the characters who were the original ones to leave the first Vault 76. The game is entirely online, so you have to be online to play this game. You can play it solo. It combines open world survival and playing with other characters. So every character that you play along with is real. Todd referred to this as softcore survival, where death is not the end of your character. There's dozens of other characters inside of the servers, not hundreds and hundreds of characters. You mentioned this isn't an amusement park. You can join your friends whenever you want, and all your progression goes with you as you join up with them. You can team up and build together, so there's a building aspect to this game, as we heard about previously. We saw this nuclear sites on the map that you can get on and bomb people with if you so choose. 100% dedicated servers now and for years to come. There is a beta coming at some point in the future here. What did they call it? Break it in
early testing agenda or something like that.
As we all try and figure out how beta is spelled, and we'll just fumble over ourselves here. Then they did announce a special edition of the game. There's a glow-in-the-dark map, a full-on like power armor helmet replica in there, as well as some other stuff. And they announced the date of this year, November 14th, 2018. So just one more gigantic title for the fall. So Brent, we got a lot more information about Fallout 76 now. What'd you think about what we saw here? Do you still have questions? Like where are you at right now, and your thoughts on Fallout 76?
Yeah. Okay. So like the first thing I'm glad I was worried that this was going to be some kind of an MMO, and it's not going to be an MMO. This is going to be there's going to be cooperative elements. But I guess my questions are, what are some of the things you can get into when you're in this world? They can be like dungeons you can explore. Friends, it looked like there were a couple of places you could go underground and explore things. I do like the nuclear test, how you can actually bomb that area and then go in there and battle tough creatures to get exotic resources that you're going to need. This sounds like a really ambitious title. It sounds like a very bold attempt to bring Fallout to an online arena, but not like an MMO like ESO. But I mean, the RPG elements are there. It's a bummer the VAT system won't be there, but obviously, like we talked about during the stream, online you can't stop time for the VAT system. But the fact that you can work together, build these huge like colonies, and then move them wherever you want, that's what's really cool. You don't have to like tear it down and then go build it somewhere else. You can actually just move your building to another spot. So that's really, really cool. But the fact that this is going to be a huge map, tons of places to explore, you can play with your friends, you take your progression wherever you go. This is very, very intriguing. Like, I am really interested in this, mainly because of the fact that it's going to have the Fallout world that, it's going to be a very dangerous but very beautiful world to explore. But the fact that we're going to be able to do it together is just going to be something that we've never had in a Fallout game, and I think that's the most appealing part of it.
Yeah. So how do you foresee all this playing out from what they talked about here? Do you is it just going to be you in a server with 12 other people, and you guys can team up if you want to? You can team up if you don't want to, because they mentioned you can play this solo as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can play through the game, so I imagine there's some kind of a story and quests and the typical stuff that we come to see from Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
And then, how do you see this all playing out? Do you think we're just in a world with a bunch of other people, and you can either choose to be hostile with them or not, and how you go through your campaign? Or what's your read on how you might envision this game playing out?
That's one of the questions I have. I want to know exactly what's going to be kind of like funneling us in what direction. How do we rank up? What are the things that we're going to do? Are we going to jump out of the vault and there's going to be somebody there saying, hey, here's your first quest. Go here, set up shop. And then from there, you meet other NPCs around the world. We don't know what we're going to encounter. We know we've seen hostiles. We know we're going to see other players. But there's got to be something that's giving us quests. So are we going to have NPCs we're going to come across? Or is there going to be like a checklist every day you get online? Do this? Or is this going to be like Ark, where you just log in and just do what you can do and survive for as long as you can and build stuff up that way? We don't know exactly what the structure will be like in terms of like a narrative, if there even is one.
Yeah, I felt like Todd kind of tiptoed around this because he talked about the open world. He talked about the survival elements. He talked about, real people in there controlling the characters. But he kind of tiptoed around the issue, almost like he didn't want to like fully go into like what this game is. So yeah, there's still some questions about how it will be structured. JD, what'd you think about what we heard from Fallout 76?
So I'm very skeptical, and just anytime they take a great single-player experience and make it online and make that a big focus, that is extremely concerning, especially if it does well, because then then they're hooked. Then they're hooked to that revenue stream. So that concerns me. But if they can deliver the Fallout experience still without diluting it too much, then we'll be all right. We'll make it work. But there's a couple things that I just don't really get. Like, is it going to be, how do I put it? Well, what's the word? Like, I guess it's going to be a lot of like emergent kind of gameplay, and like the world's going to be shifting and changing a lot. How is that going to work and things like that? And, we'll see. I think they probably don't even know exactly where they're going to go with this, and they're going to be building it as they go, I think, too. So we'll see what happens.
And I just want to say one thing. I understand that concern, JD, where you're talking about how is this going to affect the future Fallout games, if it does well enough. But they mentioned, this thing's going to be on dedicated servers, and they said this is a game that's going to be around for a long time. So even if this thing does well, this will be the main Fallout online experience, where I think they'll be able to come back to a Fallout 5 and make it strictly solo and not have to worry about them implementing online into all of them.
You would hope. Yeah, you would hope.
So.
Bethesda would be the one to keep to that, I think. They've been pretty good with the single-player stuff, but, it's always a concern.
Yeah, Bethesda definitely one of the seemingly the only publishers championing single-player narrative-focused games at this point. But
them and Nintendo.
Yeah, them and Nintendo. And obviously,
Sony, too. Yeah,
obviously the first parties continue to do that. As far as the third parties go, Bethesda, they definitely their voice is the loudest, I think, when it comes to single player games.
I think that's fair.
Franklin, where you at on Fallout 76? Any concern that whereas a game like Fallout and Skyrim is giant as those were, the kind of bugs that inhabited those games from a single player perspective, any concern that they're now going to come out with an online game that's 4 times the size of Fallout 4, and we gotta hope that this bad boy works?
Yeah. Before I dive into that, just an update on the Prey DLC. It's $20. So far, it's only up on Steam, so it is $20 for the Moon Crash DLC. But as far as Fallout 76 goes, I'm very intrigued by it. I never really got into a Fallout game, so I feel like this one, if we can all team up and kind of have like Brent, our Fallout leader, show us the ropes. Those of us who don't really know what the hell we're doing in there, that'd be fun. But I guess my concern is, you and granted it's a massive world and there's only 12 of you supposedly running around in it, so theoretically, maybe you won't run into anyone at all while you're playing. But like that scenario that they had showed with the guy in the woods who just started taking pot shots at that guy, like my luck, like I'm gonna just completely get destroyed every single time I run out. Even if I don't want to be playing multiplayer, I assume because of the nature of the game, it's always going to be online. So I don't know, stuff like that kind of turns me off to games like this, just because you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to be not only trying to like do what I want to do, but worry about some other player, you know, just deciding, oh, hey, there's a guy, I'm going to go kill him and take his stuff. You know, like, I don't. Yeah, it's kind of my issue with Sea of Thieves. You know, like people, I don't know if they just get bored playing or whatnot, but it's, you know, like, oh, there's somebody, I have to go kill them. You know,
Right.
it just games with that mentality drive me nuts. So I'm intrigued. I did pre-order the collector's edition, so that is a thing I'm buying like an idiot. So I'll be checking it out when it comes out, hopefully. I know that's a weird time in November because I think Hitman's coming out that week too. So, but very intrigued.
Got a question in the chat. All Father Odin, awesome name, on Mixer, says, greeting friends, quick question. If it's going to have multiplayer, how will they incorporate the iconic VAT system? Well, Father, we saw some gameplay and we saw people shooting and stuff, and we didn't see any VAT system. And I think because it's an online game, I just don't think it's going to be incorporated at all. I don't think because you can't stop time. You know, every time somebody goes into the VAT system, if you have 4 or 5 people in your crew, or if you're battling against other people, I just don't think the VAT system. They might include it in a way where it'll mark targets, but it's going to be live. You know, it's going to be real time. It's not going to stop time. But even then, you don't want all that stuff on your screen, all the information of the different parts while you're in combat. So I just don't. I don't see the VAT system making its way in.
That leads me to my next question, Brent. The shooting in Fallout has never been particularly strong. Mm-hmm. So in the absence of the VAT system, what's this thing going to play like? Are they really got to get in there and overhaul this thing to work without that? I
mean, absolutely. But I mean, the thing is like that in Fallout 3, it was very important to use the VAT system. Fallout 4, the shooting was a little bit tighter. It was a little bit better this time around, but still the VAT system was where you got your accuracy from, especially when you had multiple enemies around you. So yeah, they're still going to have to tweak it. But I mean, from what we've seen from Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, you know, the shooting felt much better, but it still needs some room. And like you said, hopefully we'll see them tweak a little bit more, because without the VAT system, you're going to have tight controls, especially if you're playing online.
Yeah, definitely.
My buddy Jamie just texted me. He says, what happens in Fallout 76 if you join, say, 6 months after release and players nuke everything? Like, is this going to be like a living world situation where that's a possibility?
I think, man. It's going to be like an emergent thing, I think, man. That's the vibe I got.
Yeah, because I can't imagine, like, you're going to be nuking these cities and then next time you play, it's going to be back to normal, right? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, they said there were six areas, and each one had its own small nuke area. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a massive nuke. They said there were 6 spots. There's 6 dedicated spots. So when you nuke that area, it's probably already destroyed as it is. So when the nuke goes off, it just creates whatever, like it's an instance almost. You go in there, you grab all the stuff, and then you come out. So, I mean, it's not like you can just nuke every single centimeter of the map. There's 6 dedicated areas.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, we still have a lot of questions about the Fallout, but I agree with everything you guys said. I'm very intrigued by the game, very, very curious about how it's going to play out. Definitely excited to play with you guys. But, I don't know, Brent, do you think that they should have got into a little bit more about how this game is going to work? Was that a mistake, or did they show us enough here?
I mean, there's I would have, like I said, the one thing I wanted to know was more, what kind of narrative are we going to look at? Are we looking at? Are we going to have, structure to this? You know, a little bit of structure, just give us a direction of where we're headed. And I do think that's a missed opportunity, because obviously the Fallout games are very, very narrative strong, and we don't really know what we're going to get here. So yeah, I do consider that kind of a missed opportunity. Hopefully, there's somewhere else that they can bring this up, discuss this. But I mean, between now and November, they've only got. You know, they were already at Xbox's press conference. I don't see them being at PlayStation's or anywhere else. So unless there's another conference before November, I don't know how else they're going to get that information out there. On a scale like this, anyways.
QuakeCon?
I mean, QuakeCon, yeah. But I just don't know if that's where they'd do that.
No, they have a conference in the summer, right? What's that big one?
Gamescom?
Is it Gamescom? Is that the big one? I forget. I forget. I might mix them up.
Yeah, they have Gamescom in Europe.
Doesn't Paris Games Week come out before November?
Yeah, there's a bunch
Paris
like
October, right?
Paris
Yeah, I
Games
think
Week.
it's October.
Tokyo Game Show could be a good spot for Fallout 76. I'm kidding. But yeah, there's a few spots that they could do something, and obviously Fallout's a big enough franchise where whenever they're ready to like tell us information, they can hold their own press conference. They can do whatever they want.
Right.
People will flock to that stuff. Yeah, hopefully we'll learn some more about it this week, and we can talk about it on the podcast if we learn exactly what Fallout 76 is all about.
Mm-hmm.
And Todd wasn't done. You would think that they flashed the release date out there, Fallout 76, and Todd kind of rides off on his white steed into the sunset. But no, Todd had more to tell us. So Fallout Shelter, as anticipated, coming to the PS4, also coming to the Switch, and those are available right now. So if you want to go ahead and download those, you can. I believe those are both free to play, right? Free to play games on those platforms. And then quite possibly the biggest news of the night, the Elder Scrolls Blades inbound for mobile devices, iOS, coming out this fall, free to play. And from the way Todd describes it, it sounds like he's trying to convince us that this is an entire Elder Scrolls experience in a
that
mobile
makes
game.
it worse. This is what I've been saying. They don't get it. That makes it worse.
So, as you just heard there's only one person on the show who's more of a mobile fan than me, and that's JD of the Plain Listen Gaming podcast. So, JD, your thoughts on the Elder Scrolls Blades coming to iOS devices, man? You've got to be jacked up for this.
Let me
you're a touch gaming aficionado.
Let me clarify that. I beat Mega Man X on my phone on mobile. All right.
Yeah, my hat's off to you.
Loser.
That's so like there's a place for mobile games. They're fun, right? But like there's also
take it back.
You could play a stupid game on your phone. I don't care. That's fine. Not my favorite thing to do. I got Mega Man. I played it. It's fine. But like that Elder Scrolls Blades didn't look half bad. I actually was interested like in the story. Why are we doing this? What's going on? And now I can't play. Well, this is the thing. They said it's going to come to other consoles. Is it? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to see a sword floating around on the screen on a touch screen. I want to play it. Like, give it to me on the Switch. I don't care. Like, it's just.
It's a bigger touch screen.
Frustrating, man. Yeah, but at least I have Pick's favorite thing ever, the Joy-Cons. You know, so.
Yeah, buddy.
I was worried that
Joy-Con action.
I was worried that was a joke because, Skyrim, the last Elder Scrolls came out and everything. So, of course, you would say, it's going to come out and everything. Is it, though?
It's got to come at least.
I mean,
to
they're pushing they were really pushing the fact that, look, you can play this on any system. They want you to be able to play this on any system, and it's all going to interconnect. Everything, you can play anybody on any system. So, I mean, this is look, when we were watching this, the first thing I thought to myself was like, please don't end this fucking show on Elder Scrolls Mobile.
Oh my god!
Please don't end this show on this.
But they basically did.
They basically did. Yeah,
I couldn't believe they rolled that out after Fallout. That was strange.
Right, it was, and it was really strange. But I mean, there is a bigger vision for this, and I understand and I respect that. We're focusing on the mobile thing because that's what they showed us, and that's what pissed us off.
Right.
Like, man, I don't want to see mobile. But they look. I think when they say, look, they want to bring this to every console, they want to bring it to VR. They want to bring it to everything, you guys, because the big thing is they said everything is connected. You can play everything. You can visit all your friends' areas. This is going to be a bigger thing than what we think it is right now, in my opinion. I think that's what we're looking at. I think this is going to be a very big thing once it hits other platforms because, I mean, we not to jump ahead, but Elder Scrolls 6 ain't coming out for like 3 years. 3 or 4 years. It might even be more than that. I mean, because they mentioned Starfield as a next-gen title, which is crazy. Like I said, we'll talk about that. This is going to be the Elder Scrolls game going forward for a little bit. This is something they're trying to build up into a bigger stage. We're just pissed right now because they showed the freaking mobile version.
Yeah,
that's not the
and
one we
didn't tell
want
us
to see.
about anything else.
Right.
Yeah, it was weird how at the end Todd just threw that out there. He's like, this is mobile, but yeah, we're trying to bring it to everything. And I thought back to what they talked about earlier in the show, how on Elder Scrolls Legends on your mobile device, you can play that and carry your progress over to the console version when it comes out. So might they do something like that with Blades? Like might you be able to get in there and start a character and start making your way through this world, and then when it comes to these other devices, you can then bring that character with you, bring your progression with you to these other platforms and in whatever venue or shape that takes. So it'll be curious to see what they do or what their plan is with that. But yeah, as of right now, we have the mobile version to look forward to, and I use "look forward to" loosely. So from there, Brent, as you alluded to, a couple of very interesting reveals to end the show here. So Todd came out and kind of ended the speculation on a few games that we wondered what's going on with Bethesda Game Studio. So earlier in his presentation, he mentioned that or I don't remember at what point he mentioned this, but he said there's 3 Bethesda game studios right now. So there's 3 of them.
Yep.
As we heard of, they're big teams. They're working on these big games. They decided to show us a couple of games that they're looking at for the future. So he said a brand new franchise, brand new next-gen franchise that they're working on, which sounds like the next game that they're going to release after Fallout 76 is going to be this game. And
Single player.
Single player. That's important.
And they think they're uniquely gifted to deliver this type of experience.
They are uniquely gifted to deliver this type of experience. Those Bethesda, not afraid to throw out the absolutes. I tell you, everything was
superlatives.
Yeah, everything was the best game that was ever created, and everything was like top of the line. So, but yeah, so Starfield we saw. This is a game that's been rumored for a very long time. We finally saw the first briefest of glimpses into what Starfield could be. We saw a planet and a satellite, and that's it. Then we saw a logo. And Brent, when Todd says next gen, like we're talking about, this is a PS5, Xbox 2, PC, whatever graphics card they're on game, right? This is a game that we're not going to see for some 3-4 years maybe.
This is the second press conference today now that has mentioned next gen. And Microsoft, they said the next Xbox is in development. They're talking about next gen. Now you have Bethesda talking about a next gen title. So this is next gen. This isn't going to be out on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. This is going to be next gen stuff. So we're looking at 2020 is probably what we're looking at. If not,
and those PS5 rumors too, not too long ago.
Yep, PS5's rumors. So this is looking like to be a 2020 title, so this game's still a ways off, which again comes back to, look, you've got Fallout 76, a game that they said is going to last for years. This is going to be their game that kind of keeps them going, and plus, the other titles that we've seen. But out of their big tentpole stuff, like Fallout 76 is going to last us until we see Starfield.
Yeah, and we also know that PlayStation has already come out and say they're not going to show any new first-party games at their conference this year. So that to me means everybody's working on the next generation of stuff right now.
It's that time, man.
Yeah. So we're getting towards the end of this generation. It's becoming more and more apparent. Yeah, and it sneaks up on you even more when you have things like the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X that are in the ecosystem right now. So it seems like our consoles were upgraded recently, but really they're just a part of the overall strategy for this generation of consoles. Frankie, do you think Starfield could this be a launch title for the PS5 and the Xbox too?
I would assume so, especially if we're talking about it now and this game has been in development supposedly for a really long time.
Yeah, what did you say, 4 years?
4 years. Yeah, so I could absolutely see this being launch title for the next gen of consoles. I'd actually kind of be disappointed if it wasn't at this point, to be honest with you. So, which is great. I think launching consoles, and we're gonna have a giant new Bethesda IP right out of the gate. That's huge.
Yeah. Would you think, JD, man? Any thoughts on Starfield? Would you be down for a man, how big would that be if you had to launch a brand new console with a brand new Bethesda open world single player IP? It'd be a pretty huge deal.
Well, first thing I thought when I heard them bring up the whole next gen thing was poor Nintendo Switch, man. And then after that, I thought, wow, am I gonna get that feeling I got like the first time I played Oblivion? Because this is new. We've never seen their take on a space Bethesda game, for whatever you want to call it.
Epic.
So, yeah, exactly. And some of the stuff I've noticed, their engine's starting to look a little better. Some of the stuff's starting to look like this might really be something special. And I'm excited, although there's nothing besides just our imagination to really go off of now.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to look at a new engine with Starfield? Do you think it's something that they've been thinking about? If they've been working on this for 4 years, and I could see a few of those years being dedicated to them developing a new engine to support the next generation and maybe move past some of the bugs they've had in the past.
Yeah, well, they said, I think it was like 4 years now back, that they had to make a new one for Elder Scrolls. So I'm sure that technology is going around, and we're going to see something new for sure.
Yeah, very curious. So it's very un Bethesda Game Studios to come out and show us what they're working on well in advance of when we can expect this game. What do you guys make of that? Is there any reason that they did that? Is it just because there's so much speculation on their games, or why do you think they came out and showed us this stuff, which has totally not been their MO for the past however many years?
Just to get people excited. I mean, that's really maybe they're not even having a press conference next year. I don't know. Maybe they're just getting it out, and because I mean they said these games are a ways out. I mean, I can't think of any other reason why they would do it other than just get people excited and keep our minds going until the next press conference or the next E3. But it is like you said, it's very unlike Bethesda to announce something that's a ways off.
Yeah. I just wonder if there's just been so much talk about Bethesda Game Studios. I mean, we've been talking about them for years about what they're working on, what these other teams are working on. If they maybe just wanted to put it out in the ether that, look, these games are in the pipeline. This is what our teams are working on. Leave them alone. Just let them work on their games. Like, you guys know like what's coming down the pipe. And then obviously after Starfield, Todd mentioned the game after Starfield is the Elder Scrolls 6. And yeah, they rolled across the countryside, showed us a logo, and that was it. So
and didn't say the location.
Didn't say the location. You mentioned something, JD.
High
You
Rock.
thought it was High Rock.
That's my guess was at first because of like what I know about that landscape. It's like up in the like northwest. It's like got a coastal region, and it looked kind of like Britannic, which is what it's supposed to be. But I mean, that doesn't mean that's what it is. It could be anything. And I was expecting to see the word High Rock, and didn't see anything at all.
Be Skyrock.
I think they're not settled on the location, which means they're definitely not putting it out anytime soon.
Yeah, very strange that they would show us Starfield and show. I mean, how far away is Elder Scrolls 6? How far away could this game? I mean, is this like 5 years away?
Dude, it's gotta be. I mean, if they said
if
Starfield,
us a game that's 5 years away.
Yeah, if Starfield's next generation, and we're all assuming 2020's next generation, that we're looking at the very minimum, or earliest 2021, 2022. I mean,
I think later, man.
Think so, like 2023?
I'm starting to think later. Think about all the support when Starfield comes out and this new Fallout game, 76. They're going to be busy, man. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they're more into it. I don't know.
They do have the 3 teams now, we know. So are each of these 3 teams like a AAA size team? I guess would be my question. Like, is there like 300 people?
I would say if it's Bethesda, then yeah, I'm going to say these are massive studios.
Yeah, so potentially each team could have hundreds and hundreds of people like working on these games and getting them ready for the future. So maybe we do see Elder Scrolls a little bit quicker than what we've seen games in the past with 3 of them going. Yeah, but it's a very, very interesting way to end the conference. A very un-Bethesda, like definitely surprised us a little bit, even though for all intents and purposes, all they did was show us a logo, which for both games, which we already knew both of these games were coming. So I guess they didn't really reveal much of anything to us, but they just acknowledged the fact that these games are being developed and in the pipeline. So let's put a bow on this. JD, what's your overall impressions of what we saw from Bethesda here?
Mixed bag, leaning towards positive. I would put it that way. It's there's a couple things, like the thing with the Fallout 76 kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Prey not having really a single player story rubbed me the wrong way. But then again, Rage 2 looks effing amazing. We're getting more Prey. Fallout 76 could still be fun. Starfield confirmed. Can't wait for that. Next gen consoles pretty much confirmed to be pretty close. Year or two maybe. Even though that's not directly Bethesda, but you get what I'm saying. And a little disappointed with that Blades game, but like I said, kind of a mixed bag, but leaning towards positive. So I'm happy, man. It's more stuff to play, Yeah.
Frankie, what's your overall read on what we just saw?
Very excited about Rage 2. That's I was really excited when they announced it. So it just the more I see of it, the more I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to play this game. So can't wait to get my hands on that next spring. Very excited that Elder Scrolls Legends is coming out on the Switch. I know it's, they mentioned the other consoles as well, but that was a game that I would sit there and just mess around with for hours on my phone until my battery died. So the Switch is a great place for that game. Very addictive. So looking forward to really diving more into that. It's cool too that I can probably transfer all of my progress over to that version too. So that's awesome. As far as everything else we saw, Fallout, I'm still kind of, like I said, kind of tepid on. I'm interested, but it's more of a we'll see how this looks when it comes out. So I'm gonna try to get in the beta. That'd be really cool to get in there and check that out, hopefully beforehand. I also feel like my interest in Elder Scrolls Online, I'm very intrigued by that game. The fact that they keep rolling out new content. This is on stage every year. I feel like I'm probably missing something by not playing this game. So I'm intrigued enough that I do want to get in there and see what that one's all about at some point. Obviously it'd probably be better if you guys all pick it up too, because I'm pretty sure it's one of those games that you need friends for. So, but yeah, very, very interested in that. And I'm not upset, honestly, if we're still a ways off from, Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. There's a ton of games coming out, from what we saw even, and even the VR stuff, we were talking about that for a brief second. The fact that the Prey, VR game has like a single player element to it's pretty cool. So I'll be curious to see what that's all about. And it's the same with that Typhon Hunter mode.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of that like Infection, or like that Crisis 3 mode as the Hunter mode. So that just sounds like it's going to be really cool. So very interested to check that one out too. So overall, I thought they had a lot of cool stuff. Doom, all this stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff coming from Bethesda to be excited about. Just some of the stuff, I think, we're just treading like new ground. So it'll be interesting to see how some of the stuff plays out.
Yeah. Well, Frankie, we all have Elder Scrolls Online. Brent's actually played it. I have downloaded it several times and still never played it. But yeah, it's a big game. It's a tough one to set aside the time that it needs for. Brent, what's your overall read on this show, man?
First of all, welcome, Ninja. Thanks for the follow, Mixer Man. We really appreciate it. Hope you're having a good evening. In terms of the press conference, I thought it was really good for announcements. Like I said, we saw a lot of announcements for games that we didn't know about. In terms of like deep dives, Rage 2 looks awesome. I mean, I think we're all in agreement that game looks absolutely incredible. That looks like a lot of fun. For Fallout 76. I'm excited about the prospect of an online game. There's potential there. I want to know more about if there's going to be a story or what kind of narrative we're going to follow. Because that's the difference, man. If this turns out to be like another art game where you just jumping in, surviving, and just it's whatever. That's going to be off-putting me, because it has a Fallout title. I want some kind of a narrative, some kind of RPG story, or something in there to kind of keep us going forward. So I want to learn more about that, but I do like the idea of an online Fallout game. Doom, excited for that. More Doom is always a good thing. QuakeCon stuff, or Quake was kind of blah. The opening act was terrible. But obviously, I'm excited to know now that Starfield is a thing. I'm excited to know that Elder Scrolls 6 is a thing. I'm bummed to know that these games are a ways off. These are going to be next-gen games. But we do know that Bethesda is working on 2 games that people are extremely passionate about or extremely excited about in regards to Starfield. But, everything else we saw there, I thought it was a good show. Bethesda knows how to put on a good show lots of good content, and get people talking, get people excited. The only thing, obviously, is Elder Scrolls Blades, the fact that they focused on the mobile version. If this thing expands and comes to consoles and comes to every device that they intend to bring it to, then I'm going to be intrigued to see what this game is all about and how well it can do, because that kind of sounds cool. But the fact that they focused on the mobile portion of it is what really kind of turned me off, and I'm sure a lot of you guys.
Yeah. So the conference for me, we saw Rage 2, which looked awesome. That was one of the highlights of the show. We learned more about Fallout 76, so really intrigued about that, really curious to play it and see what it's all about. Everything else, though, was just kind of like announcements, and there's not much to like back it up. So like Doom 2 is announced, but we don't know anything about it, or Doom Eternal, whatever it's called. We see the Starfield announcement, we see the Elder Scrolls announcement, we even the stuff like the Youngblood DLC for Wolfenstein. We don't know what that is or what goes into it. Really, we didn't see much from Prey in terms of what we wanted to see in terms of the story. So everything else outside of Rage 2 and Fallout 76 was kind of half baked, and it was just basically them telling us something existed and not giving us anything to show, which was disappointing. So it was an okay show. There's lots of stuff in there to be excited about, but I want to know more about Fallout 76 and exactly how it works. And outside of what we saw with Rage, there wasn't a lot of like meat to sink your teeth into. So, other than that, that is going to do it for us this evening. That's been our Bethesda live reaction and a wrap-up show here. So make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got E3 coverage going all weekend and into the beginning of next week as we cover all the press conferences and all the news for you guys. Make sure you leave comments. Like I said, subscribe, like the video, so you never miss any of the stuff that we're doing here. Huge thanks to JD from the Plain Listen Gaming Podcast. Make sure you subscribe to his podcast, subscribe to his YouTube channel, and check out all the awesome stuff that he does as well. We appreciate you jumping out here with us tonight, man. Talk some Bethesda. Other than that, we will see you guys tomorrow when we talk about what do we got? Ubisoft, Square, Sony. Lots of fun stuff going on tomorrow, and then Nintendo on Tuesday.
We'll be live. We'll be live tomorrow night, though, for Sony. Yes. All the other stuff. Well, a lot of the other press conferences, we're going to do videos. We'll record them and we'll upload them and get them to our channels. But tomorrow night, 9 p.m., we'll be on all of our channels. We'll be on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, Periscope, Facebook. Will be live everywhere as we watch the PlayStation press conference. So make sure you join us in the chat. Everyone that showed up tonight, Jamie, Allfather Odin, Ninja Commander, Jacob, Super Cooper, all you guys that were in the chat, Dark Shadow Wolf, we really appreciate you guys stopping by. We hope we see you guys tomorrow night as well.
Definitely. So that is going to do it for us. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys.
So long.